Okay, now we're doing worksheet 4B, and we're going to use these formulas throughout, and the formulas are given in the book, but I'm going to give them to you in this worksheet. If you can read it, you might want to print it off, but I'll send you an email copy and you can print that also. So in dealing with simple interest, look down here for a moment. If we have simple interest, well, if we have our principal plus interest is principal times rate times time. So principal times the annual percentage rate times the time or number of years. Well, notice we can factor a p out of each of these, and we get p times 1 plus a annual percentage rate times y. And that's where this formula right here came from. So, for question 1, our principal is $1,800. Our rate is 6.3% or 0.063 times 5 years, and the product of those values is $2,367. I'm not going to write dollars signs on everything. It just becomes too chaotic, so I'll just put the final answer in terms of dollars. Okay, if you have compound interest and you're just compounding once a year, this y will go into the exponent. The number of years will go into the exponent. So for number 2, we've got a principal of $25,000, an annual percentage rate of 0.034, and for 7 years, 7 in the exponent, and when we find that product, we get $31,592.48. Now, what if you compound more than once a year? Then you divide the rate by the number of compoundings per year, and you also multiply the number of years in the exponent by that number of compoundings, n. So for number 3, we have a principal of $168, a rate of 0.07 or 7%, 4 times a year, 4 times and this is for 18 years, and 4 times 18 is 72, so I put a 72 there. And my product is, when I'm done, $585.85. So for number 4, and by the way, with these problems, the problem has to tell you, give you all this information. It tells you what type of situation you have, whether it's simple interest or compound interest, and so on. So for 4, our principals is $5,178, and our rate is 0.041 or 4.1%, divided by 12 compoundings per year, and for 8 years, so 8 times 12 is 96. Now, annual percentage yield, what this represents is the simple interest. We want to know what simple interest would give you the same return on the money that a compound interest would give you in 1 year. So the years in this is 1. So the formula is, as we've given here in parentheses, 1 plus APR over n raised to the nth power minus 1. So for number 5, and notice the principal, it doesn't matter what the principal is, and the year is 1 year, so we don't need anything in terms of y. So we've got 1 plus, and it's 9.3%. So 0.093 divided by 4 raised to the 4th power and minus We subtract 1 from the whole thing, and we have an annual percentage yield of 9.63%. So 9.63% simple interest would give you the same return as 9.3% compounded quarterly would give you at the end of 1 year. Now, if you're compounding continuously, and this is the way the banks compound when you have an interest-bearing bank account, the formula is A equals P principal times E, and if you look on your calculator, you will find the E key. E is just a irrational number like pi is, goes on forever, never repeats. And in the exponent, we have APR times Y, the number of years. So the principal for 6 is $1,384. It's for 5 years, and the rate is 6.7% or 0.067. And when we carry out that product, we get $1,934.75. We're done.